Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Denver Broncos and the Carolina Panthers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now a Carolina native, former Tar Heel, it's Javonte Williams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Partner, is that what you call a quick hitter? That's actually a bolt of lightning, wasn't it? Right out of the gate.
And, of course, on the heels of him winning AFC Offensive Player of the Week 1 week ago. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 41 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
On the move to his left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Greg Dulcich, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are on the board first here this afternoon. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Darnold and the Panthers now with a 1st and 10 here at their own 22. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Up the middle they go with McAllister. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Broncos, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. And they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Panthers had 7 and 4 on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll run up the middle with McAllister. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Darnold down to throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They moved this football in the field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On the give, McAllister with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball.
Touchdown, Panthers! DJ Moore, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run it again with Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the middle, it's Williams. Bulldozes past him, and he's going to get this inside the 30. 103 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a 10-yard gain there to set them up 1st and goal.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Wilson. And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. When points result, we'll call this play significant.
So first and 10 now from the 30. A handoff to McAllister. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. To throw is Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The offense on third down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is third and 8. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And third and 8 now. That's the defense you're more confident. Turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for third down. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's got a man at 7 that's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. There's Wilson to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
What you just saw there, First-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're trying to throw it to the sideline, but really just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. And to throw it to the ground incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On the carry, it's McAllister. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run here with McAllister. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Odell Beckham, 39 yards. And the Panthers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. On first down, Darnold. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 24 yards to gain there, another first down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 47 yards. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 141 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly break down. And a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question of it.
And they're going to get it. They bring it down to the sack down to the 16-yard line. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter from Charlotte. They run with Deuce McAllister, and he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Darnold. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 30. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Darnold. And Thomas has it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And a pretty poor return as he will dive to the ground to give himself up. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And take it right on the 30. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuck that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Derek Brown in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Darnold, he'll let this go for the end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A big play there with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Panthers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. A 15-point game now. You make the extra point, and that means on the other side you need 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. That's a pretty tall order here in the 4th quarter.
Agreed, because they really needed to come up with a stop there, and even if it was just to hold them to a field goal. Now they need to pull off a lucky horseshoe because they've got to get an onside kick, and we've seen nowadays those are incredibly difficult to come by.
And not to mention they got to get the touchdown and a 2-point conversion first. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They go play action now. Wilson. And this one too low.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath. balance might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the press. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And Xavier Woods with a pick. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Panthers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, that uses motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down. And this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Meanwhile, Wilson's throw there complete to Hamlin. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Darnold wants to throw the football. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have it here at their own 15. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tight game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They're not letting up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Chase Edmonds, 85 yards. And the Broncos are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll drop it off to McAllister as running back. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Back to throw, Darnold. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point from McManus is good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The slot man in motion right. Now it's Darnold. Connection made with Shenault. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Darnold now to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to perhaps salt this one away. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, two-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game, but has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
Now Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. And now this game is over. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end,
That's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. It is always a celebration here in the city of New Orleans.